On Overdrive today, we drive the very fun manual BMW M2, take a spin on the Ducati Supersport 950S and find out just how safe the Tata Altros's iCNG technology is to use. Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I am Soinida. The BMW M2 comes in an all-new avatar and it also packs in a lot of power under its hood. This also gets a manual transmission, and that is the one which will put a huge smile on any driving enthusiast's face. Rohit will tell you all about it.
You may think that the global bestseller for BMW's M division would be one of the holy grails, the M3 or the M5, or in the current world order, the M version of some BMW crossover. But that's not the case. The bestseller is actually the BMW M2, entry-spec M-powered sedan. And the reason for that is its excellent price-to-performance ratio. However, its small size didn't really work that well in India. But it could now change because what we have here is an all-new BMW M2. The M division calls it the entry drug, and this red pill is a larger car than the older M2 with a wider front and rear track too. Its performance intent is highlighted by the larger air scoops and wider bodywork, which don a boxier styling as an ode to the 2002 Turbo. While the bodywork might look boxy, it's mated to the curvaceous coupe roofline and the traditional BMW glasshouse with the Hofmeister kink. Highlighting the German or Munich origins, however, is the kidney grille, which distinguishes itself by employing horizontal slats and tastefully placing that M badge in a corner. Like the 3 Series, the 2 Series and consequently even the M2 have somehow managed to escape the BMW designer's compulsive need of putting large, outrageous grilles on all modern Bimmers. Of course, it still doesn't look as elegant as a 3 Series or even the M340i, but under the stubby nose is a rather special engine. Take a look. Say hello again to the 3-litre twin-turbo straight-6, which is derived from the BMW M3 or M4's S58 motor and only has a marginally lesser power output of 460 PS and an identical 550 Newton meters of torque. And it doesn't lag too far behind on the 0 to 100 time either. If you get your gear shifts right, it'll go from 0 to 100 in a little over 4 seconds. That's fast. The power comes nice and strong throughout the rev range. It's a composed puppy at city speeds and a hooligan beyond 3000 RPM. There is something evocative about 6-cylinders, isn't there? Especially when that engine has M garnish on it. Of course, this one doesn't have those eardrum tearing shrieks and screams, nor does it have overtly loud crackles and pops, but this soundtrack is evocative. But it will also give you big laughs, especially considering that it's not only the accelerator pedal that you have at your disposal to control this soundtrack, but you also have a clutch pedal and a stick shift. You heard that right. There's still a manual on offer on the new M2. The clutch isn't for the weak-hearted though, but comes with an auto blipper, and should you accidentally stall the car while driving in the city, quickly depressing the clutch pedal will bring the engine back to life. And once you get a hang of the manual on a 450 horsepower machine, oh, it's pure bliss. The automatic will be the popular choice, of course. It's certainly more convenient and claims quicker acceleration times too, but the charm of a manual, it's hard to say no to. The other beautiful thing is you can make up to 3 more people listen to this soundtrack from this very cabin. Of course, the rear seat is ideally suited for kids or teenagers, and though there are ISOFIX child seat mounts, good luck trying to fit a child seat in there. The infotainment, like most new BMWs, features a driver-centric curved display incorporating 2 large screens and the new iDrive 8 operating system. This M car can go touring too. The 390-litre boot is decent and the front seats are comfortable even for long distances. And the rear seats, not too bad. 100-kilometer drives shouldn't be a problem. The ride quality certainly has a firm edge over the 3 Series, but is exceptionally good for an M car, almost comparable to the M340i. And while we didn't scrape the underbody even once, you need to be careful over poor roads, especially with those lightweight M wheels. Unfortunately for the M2, its biggest competition is going to come from its own stables. People who are looking at a heady mix of practicality and performance are going to find the M340i to be a viable alternative to the M2. And similarly, people who are looking for a sportier form or some kind of theatrics, some kind of exclusivity, are also going to look at the Z4. But honestly speaking, compared to both these cars, I think the M2 is just at a different level. It may sit in a similar price band, but in terms of the performance, in terms of the handling that it offers, it just sits at a different level. It is a true blue M car.
Well, as you can see, it's so much fun still driving a sports coupe, but with a manual transmission. It definitely puts a smile on anyone's face. In fact, the M2 variant that we drove in this particular review is probably the thoroughbred, purest form of mechanical sports coupe you can buy in the country today. We'll take a very short break here on the show, but coming up on the other side, we'll take you through a review of the Ducati Supersport 950S.